Tuesday, and it's time to sing along with Granddad, and I'm going to do a little something different today. I want to sing, and as you know, I'm doing this as a request from my son who lives in China, and to acquaint his beautiful daughter with my singing and American music. And so tonight, I'm going to, as the best I can, I'm going to do the songs that my family, grandparents, my parents, and my family liked, and as the best as I understand some of their favorite songs. And so I'm going to do that and introduce you to my ancestry on the Ceary side. And someday maybe I will do, if I can do a little research and do a little digging and can find some answers to some of the songs and so forth from various other ancestors, I'll be glad to put something on for that. So I'm going to just do from my mom and my dad and their moms and dads and talk a little bit about that as we start. This is my mom's, and her name was Lois Ludi Moore Ceary, and this was her favorite song. At least at one time was her favorite song. And again, I'm going off of memory of what they would have asked me to sing years ago. In the harvest field now ripening, there's a work for all to do. Hark, the voice of God is calling, to the harvest calling you. Little is much if God is in it. Labor not for wealth or fame. There's a crown, and you can win it if you go in Jesus' name. Does the place you're called to labor seem so small and little known? It is great if God is in it, and He'll not forget His own. Little is much if God is in it. Labor not for wealth or fame. There's a crown, and you can win it if you go in Jesus' name. When we enter heaven's portals and our Savior's face will see, cares of life will be forgotten. We'll be happy, glad, and free. Little is much when God is in it. Labor not for wealth or fame. There's a crown, and you can win it if you go in Jesus' name. Well, I have just discovered that there's about 6 million songs now that's CCLI has released the ability to perform to. So just about any song I sing now, I don't even need to look it up because it's there. And very interesting, a lot of the songs I have 3 or 4 different authors, and they have different copyrights. Well, I don't know how you copyright the same song 3 or 4 or 5, 6 different ways, but that's the nature of the beast when you get 6 million copies, copyright releases. With my dad, and his name was Carly Franklin Ceary, born in 1921. He used to like this song. This was one he would request me to sing when I was around him a lot. And that's called The Palms of Victory. I saw a way-worn traveler in tattered garments clad, and struggling up the mountain, it seemed that he was sad. His back was a labor heavy, his strength was almost gone, yet he shouted loud, Hosanna, deliverance will come. Then palms of victory, crowns of glory, palms of victory I shall wear. They bore him on their pinions, save for the dashing foam, and joined him in his triumph. Deliverance has come. Then palms of victory, crowns of glory, palms of victory I shall wear. It seems I hear the angel all around the throne. They're shouting glad Hosanna. We reached the promised land. When we have reached that city, our race on earth is run. We'll all shout loud Hosanna. Deliverance has come. Then palms of victory, crowns of glory, palms of victory I shall wear. My granddad was James Riley Ceary, and he was born in America, I think, or at least on the way to America, and they came through England, and there's some question of whether or not we're Irish or English. But anyway, we claimed all of our life to be Irish, but I don't know if that's true. But this is one of Granddad's songs. I remember Granddad, he wasn't probably a singer, but I understand he liked this song, and it was my brother's song as well. And I haven't been able to do this song because we didn't have copyright, but it just was released. This world is not my home, and don't know who wrote it, because several people claim to. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, dear Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. They're all expecting me, and that's one thing I know. My Savior pardoned me, and now I onward go. I know He'll take me through, though I am weak and poor, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, dear Lord, what will I do? The angel beckon me from heaven, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Just up in glory land we'll live eternally. The saints on every hand are shouting victory. A song of sweetest praise way back from heaven's shore. And I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, dear Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. This is my grandmother's song, and her name was Lily. I don't know if I know the other name. She's always Grandma. I am going to a city where the streets with gold are laid, where the tree of life is blooming, and the roses never fade. in the robes of white array. Now are waiting for my coming, where the roses never fade. Here they bloom but for a season. Soon the beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. I wasn't born before my grandfather Claude Moore passed, and my older sister remembered him, but didn't remember any songs or anything. And my grandmother, Clyde Moore, was the daughter of a wonderful, godly Methodist pastor, Granddaddy Jordan, and I don't even remember what his name was. We always called him Granddaddy Jordan. He lived a long time. I met him several times as a kid, and then was old enough to go to his funeral. And maybe I was even driving when and maybe drove to his funeral. It seemed that way anyway, as I look back on it. And he was buried in Lebanon, Virginia, and so he had a great, powerful gospel ministry. And he's very concerned about where people spend eternity. And he had a number of daughters, one of which is Aunt Baud, and I knew her fairly well because she lived in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where I went to Bible college, and so I saw her some down when I was in Bible college and at a meal. And usually had me at least once or twice a year. I'd be over her house for a meal, and just a wonderful organist in the Baptist church there until she's no longer able to play. So this is, I asked my sister, and she talked about the pearly gates, and so I'm not sure this is the song that was a part of the funeral, which is the first memory that I have of Grandmother Moore. I actually remember the funeral. I remember seeing her in a casket. I was probably about 3, maybe 4. But this might be the song that they sung at her funeral, and I'm going to give a shot at it. I kind of know this song and kind of don't, but it's not the first time I've ever sung a song I didn't really know. Love divine, so great and wondrous, deep and mighty, pure, sublime, coming from the heart of Jesus, just the same through test of time. He the pearly gates will open, so that I might enter in, for he purchased my redemption and forgave me all my sin. In life's eventide at twilight, at the door I'll knock and wait. By the precious love of Jesus, I shall enter heaven's gate. Me the pearly gates will open, so that I might enter in, for he purchased my redemption and forgave me all my sin. Well, I say goodbye to all of you that take part in this tonight, and to a little girl in China. This is some of her songs of her heritage here in America that I've done for her. And if I haven't got the right one for my grandmother Clyde, my sister would probably give me another indicate, and I'll look again and see if I can find the right one. But this is a great song. He, the pearly gates will open so that I might enter in. That truly is a wonderful story. Well, Pearly White Cities, what I've been told is the one, but I don't even know where to find that song. I don't know anything about it. So anyway, God bless you and have a great day.